keeping it real. So no, I'm saying. Well, the thing is, I was when I last hung up with you. You said you got to go because I got my schedule update from work, and not my schedule update. Marie sent me a text and it was like, um, she said, oh, I'm trying to scroll back to it. She said, "Hey Danielle, we did the schedule. We did schedule. Hey Danielle, when we did the schedule, you only requested Thursday. The schedule has been done since Wednesday. Now you have Monday. We have you on the schedule. Okay." So this is when I got this when I made it home from PT, and that's when I told you. I said, "Well, Mom, let me call you back because you had to go anyway." You there? Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, what? What do you mean Monday? I'm like, well, I have to be, I have that so I could get my injection in my neck.
Right.
At 8 o'clock. And I'm going from here all the way to Jonesboro.
Right.
Monday. So I could get this evaluation. I got the first appointment. And I told you, I said, remember, I already put it inside of my notes, everything, that I have an appointment at 8 a.m. just to let them know. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I said, okay. So my response back to her, I said, well, let me see if Kaiser has another date for my evaluation. Mind you, I took the first appointment. I've had the referral since June the 12th. Emory told me that Kaiser was going to call me. And I'll be reaching out to Kaiser like, no, no, no. And I'm so glad that Emory gave me the prescription so I could give it to Kaiser. And Kaiser said I had to contact pain management. Pain management said I had to contact my primary care and have my primary care put in another referral for me to go to pain management which I get it and I don't get at the same time. But anyway, back to pain management with Kaiser, and they had to put me in the schedule. There wasn't something available until October. Anyway, and that's for the injection, but I have to get evaluated since they haven't seen me since 2021, since they referred me back to Emory so I could have my surgery, and I've been underneath Emory's care since then. But still go to Kaiser. Okay, so that that part. So I said, let me call Kaiser and see if I got a date, if they could give me another date. So I called Kaiser. You're going through different phone calls or whatever for them to transfer you to the specialty. Again, it's a specialty. I needed the first available because I have to get sedated for my injections. The lady on the phone with Kaiser was so nice. She's like, okay, well, we only have two other locations besides Jonesboro. We have the one in Gwinnett and we have the one in Sandy Springs off of 400. So I'm thinking like, okay, so from where I am, either way, Gwinnett, Sandy Springs, okay, so it's okay, it's fine. I have an appointment with my primary care on Thursday at 7:40. So she was like, well, we have appointments. There's availability this week, all this week, but at certain times, and I don't want to mess up my times that I have for PT. And at certain times of the day for driving in that direction. And if I can't drive, I need somebody else to drive me. Okay, so Kaiser, I said, well, she said there's one on Thursday. I said, okay, good. Well, we could do Thursday at Gwinnett. And I said, well, what time is my appointment with my primary care? She said 11:40. And I said, okay. So if I do a 10 o'clock at Gwinnett for the evaluation at 10, I can make it. I should be done by 11 or so. Because, what they're going to do is, touch my hands, my neck, see that I need to get the injection done, and just go from there. I'm not stressed about that. It's okay. It's okay. So with that, I can make it from Gwinnett to Sandy Springs. So I say to myself, okay, that works out. That way I can still do my PT on my, I could go to work Monday morning because that's the time they always have me working. Not on Monday morning, but they always have me work on in the morning. Okay? Because they can't get the date, So I said, okay. I wrote Marie back. I said, okay, I'll be there Monday at 7 a.m. I said, woo, if you only knew, LOL, because I was going through all the different changes to get the dates correct. And I tell her, everything happens for a reason. Thanks for letting me know. Because when I said that, I'm thinking like, okay, well, that's great. At least I'll have my appointments that whole day. It is what it is. She wrote back and said, okay, I have you Monday, 1 p.m. to 9. That's when I broke down. Right. I have you Monday, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. I broke down. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. You had me on the phone calling Kaiser this entire time, rescheduling. And I'm telling you, you never say that. They would ask if I could do a split shift, something like that. So for me to say Monday, 7 a.m., you come back, oh, well, I have you Monday, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. I didn't have to make any phone calls. I could have went to my darn appointment and then went straight to work. And if I was unable to come, the appointment that's why I make the appointment. It's so early in the day. It's more than 3 hours, which is the per handbook. You have to let them know within 3 hours in advance, so you won't be, penalized or whatever, that you can't come in. So I didn't have to go through all of that. I didn't have to go through all of that just try to get in and try to think. It's a lot. So trying to do things, it's a lot mentally because it's like you don't want to inconvenience. I'm grateful to work for something that I love to do for that one day that I'm able to do it. But it's like, what's the deal? So I was just like, oh, I had called John and I just said, you know what? Let me just call you back. Because I called him and I was like, oh my gosh, let me just call you back. So I called, I let him go. Deep breaths. And then I'm like, it is what it is. I hate trying to call out or anything. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm extremely frustrated. I'm so frustrated. So I said, I'm like, well, Danielle, why don't you go ahead and just call Kaiser back and see if we can try to get that 8 o'clock again. And I just stopped, took some more deep breaths, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and write this. So I text her because normally when I'll call, it's hard to get in contact. I said, unfortunately, I'm unable to make a schedule change. I said, regarding my Sundays, I go to church and worship and help in the audio-visual department. It's in my availability notes for the dates and times to work, that I'm able to work. Always inform management when I'm able to work on Sundays. Since I've been scheduled for Sundays in July without anyone asking if I can, I was able to find a replacement within my absence. Since I was off last week, I was able to do what I needed to do, but my replacement is able to assist me this Sunday. So I can work Sunday morning or Monday morning. I'm unable to reschedule for my medical specialist. And then I took a deep breath, and I'm like, and I went back and scrolled it back up, Mom, and I was like, wait a minute, didn't I work yesterday? I worked yesterday morning, and the schedule was made Wednesday. I did work yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday, right? The schedule was made Wednesday. It needs to be out. It's supposed to be out Thursday. The latest is Friday at noon. That's the latest, like for changes or whatnot. Okay? So I said, wait, Danielle, wait, did she say she had it out since Wednesday? So I said, okay, no, no, no. So I wrote to her. I said, since you had me scheduled for Monday, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m., I didn't have to call Kaiser and Emory to reschedule my 8 a.m. appointment on Monday. I had that written in the notes on myhotelteam.com that the appointment was for 8 a.m. Nothing was interfering. So, so I had sat back and I just like, I said, wow. So I actually typed, wow. When I typed wow, at the same time, the schedule was republished. And at that time, I didn't even look. I was like, okay, maybe they switched me to doing the Monday morning or Sunday morning. Okay. So I didn't even look at. I said, let me go into my hotel team and see if I can see where I put the notes. I did a screenshot and sent it to her. Once I sent it to her, um, no, I took a screenshot. I called her. I said, Marie. She said, no. I checked the schedule. I said, Marie, you have me off next week? She said, yeah, because you said you can't do 1 to 9. I said, yeah. I put it in my notes. I said, but I gave you other dates. And she said, well, you said you can't do 1 to 9. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, so you have me off next week? She said, yes. I said, okay, so I'm off next week. She said, yes. I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I said, okay, all right. She said, because you could. I said, that's okay. That's fine. And then hung up. That's when I sent her the picture of what I wrote. And what I wrote, again, was on August the 9th at 8:15 a.m. I said, Kyle Jonesboro appointment at 8 a.m. Evaluation for ejection. Emory made appointment today at 8/9/23 at 8:15 a.m. So she wrote back, and I put, after I sent that to her, I said, there is a way you can view the notes when an employee makes them. I'm available to assist you on hotel effectiveness next time I'm scheduled. Here's what I put from my end, and that's when the picture. So she said, I can't see this on my end when I'm putting in the schedule. So I got frustrated, tapped my desk, and I was like, you know what? That's the issue. It's the training. And it sucks that I can't do what I need to do and what I love to do. I could manage this darn place, and I can't do it because of my injury. And it sucks. And I said, you know what? Take a deep breath, because obviously she does not know. They don't know. I'm frustrated because of my injury, all that I got to go through for the appointments, and the inconsistency that they have at that job. So she said, I can't see this on my end when I'm putting in the schedule. So I wrote back to her, there's a way. I'm extremely proficient in hotel effectiveness. I'm available to assist you next time I'm scheduled. And then she had called me. I'm not trying to talk anymore. There's no need to talk anymore. I put, sorry, I'm on the other line. Enjoy your weekend. So she wrote back, okay, I would love for you to show me because I can't see anything. And I wrote back, my pleasure. So then she gonna text me back and say, well, Myra would like to know if you can work for her on Friday because she is doing 6 days due to us being short at the front desk.
Sound like a damn people that work that job. I understand your frustration, man, but baby, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
I know it's everywhere. And the thing is, everybody that I talk to, they're like, okay, well, it's not everybody I talk to, but I'm just saying when I'm talking about pain, everyone's like, well, they're either comparing it to being gone for a few years from their family or being compared to, well, at least you have legs to walk on, or at least you have this. I get it. And I'm not trying to be on my soapbox, but let me bubble up. I'm bubbling up. When there's the pain, there's the pain. It's Everybody has their own journey and their own story, and this is my journey and this is my story. And I it's my journey, it's my story, and I hate it.
Like Sugar Baby always said, nobody understands or knows the pain unless they have the pain and all the trouble you have to go through to get things accomplished. It's okay. It's okay. It's frustrating. It's okay. You want to cry, cry, get it out. Get it out. And then you'll be able to move on. But the people are just saying, don't know, lack of training in the I was just talking with the one earlier, going through the same stuff. And she just lost her mom. And a whole lot of people just don't get it. They just don't get it. But the cry and don't you got your appointment. You went through all of that for nothing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And so it messes me up mentally with that. And that's something that's just so easy. Like, okay, you just got to reschedule, But it's hard for me.
Yeah. But, you got to reschedule. And you just have to look at it and, it just. People are just slow. People just slow. They're just slow and thinking, slow at everything. They're just slow. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna make it okay. At least we were able to get your appointment. Because I would have been pissed if you had an appointment for another 3 or 4 months. If you're able to get your appointment, cool beans, hey, and that's it. So anytime in the future, when you're dealing with certain people, as your dad would always say, not frustrated. And I didn't have any pain. Not from the University of Illinois. And he used to tell me, man, don't let them people, they just, some people just plain stupid. They just stupid. Just stupid.
And I know and I know if I talk to Chop about it, he's going to tell me, well, just let it go, let the job go. Anybody would just say, let the job go and anything, but I love what I do.
I know, but then you tell me that, but at least they say just let the job go. They'll tell me.
I mean, it already sucks. I can't do like I used to do anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm dealing with that part, but it's like, no.
But when you get your injection.
And I feel like an idiot because we're crying.
No, don't ever feel like you're an idiot for crying. Crying is therapeutic. And you got the right to cry. You got the right to be frustrated. You got the right to be angry. You got the right to all of that, man. You got the right to all of that. To be frustrated, crying, and
It's not about the hours. It's just being, you know.
But see, the thing is, you can't help everybody, and everybody can't help you, and they only think about themselves. The dude that works, the manager.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like this. So everybody don't think like you. Everybody don't do the.
But as a team, that's. But I'm sorry to cut you off. But as a team member, I want I'm looking at it from both sides because I'm like, this lady, she's able to work. She's working 6 days a week. I mean, because we're short staffed. Of course, I would love to come in and help her on Friday. But guess what? I don't know how I'm going to feel because I got back-to-back appointments on Thursday.
And that's okay. And I'm glad you got back-to-back appointments on Thursday. And I'm glad you're able to go.
But, you know, I'm quick to fill in for somebody.
Yeah,
and I don't mind. And I really want to write back. Yes, I can do it. But no, I it's not being petty. I just can't because I don't know how I want to feel on Thursday since I have back to back. I don't even want to talk anymore to them anymore right now. I don't.
And don't. And don't. Yeah, you just do you, but everybody is your heart is just bigger than Texas. Your heart is bigger than Texas. And you're very sensitive.
I'm extremely sensitive and this sucks.
But you don't have to be a team player. Because those days when you say Danielle, you wasn't in, if you wasn't in, the days how you used to be able to do things and people appreciate it no longer exists. Longer exists. People just take advantage and want to walk all over because they know, oh, she'll do it.
And the thing is, I don't think in my heart, I know she wasn't trying to be malicious. Nothing was malicious about it. It was just ignorance. It was just ignorance. It wasn't malicious. It was just ignorance. It was ignorance because there is no way in the world. Because that's why I wrote back and I said, if you need me to, I will be more than happy to assist you. Because that was just pure ignorance. But it was ignorance that cost. That's what I'm saying. It was ignorance that cost. There's no way in the world that I would have contacted my employee and said, oh, okay, well, I have you scheduled 1 to 9. And then that person writes back, okay, well, let me see if I can get a different appointment. Since I would already know in the notes that she put, well, her appointment's at 8 a.m. So she has an 8 a.m. to see if she's able to come in at 1. You know, it's, something, or coming at 2. But just to write, okay, I have you 1 to 9, and then see that I wrote back to you. And even if I did that, I would have caught myself. I would be like, oh, let me hurry up and call her before she tries to call Kaiser. Or before she tries to reschedule it. You know what I mean? Let me hurry up and let her know. Like, abort.
That's how you would do it. That's how you would do it. But that's not how they would do it, Dan. That's how Danielle would do it. That's how Danielle would do it. And it's not just that with your job. like that. They're all with the job,
But I feel bad. I feel bad for them because they're short staffed, and I get it. I completely get it. I get it. I completely get it. But it's just the ignorance and not having anyone to show them, or if you know that someone knows, even if I'm there once a week, it's okay to call. Like, hey, you know what? How do I do this? She asked me the other day or a couple weeks ago how to do something. And the only thing I did was just go on the company website. And I'm like, you just type in what you want to know and you just hit search. And it'll come up with what you need. And so I sent her the link. And she said, how did you get that? And I said, I typed in what I wanted. And then it came up. She said, oh. And then if you want me to work this time, I'm a beast at what I do. I'm a beast at it. I'm hyping myself up now. I'm a beast at it. But it just sucks. And it's not her fault that she don't know. It is her fault and it's not her fault that she don't know. But still at the end of the day when I said from 7 a.m. till 3, you know what I mean? I mean, this just wasted like a whole hour and a half of my energy. And it shouldn't have to be. I shouldn't have to do that. A whole hour and a half.
Yeah. It wasted your energy. A whole hour and a half.
Or you look at it from another point of view, I wasted my own energy by putting my energy into it. Which I know that's what Chuck would say.
Because you're passionate about what you do. That's all what it is. You're passionate about what you do. And that's okay. That's okay.
And I really want, and I thought, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mom.
Everybody understands that maybe everybody don't feel the way that you feel when you give 100% and go over and above to help somebody. Sometimes you may get those kudos where the person is appreciative.
Hold on, Mama. You coming in? You let my air out.
Kudos. But the person is appreciative.
Alright.
And then sometimes maybe you just don't. It's just like when a person, you do something for a person, and one person says thank you, and then another person don't even acknowledge.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong. I understand how you feel. And you can, who knows? I mean, you may sometimes, feel okay. Sometimes you may not. Just like I said, I understand I'm not in pain. Sometimes I may be able to walk the distance. Sometimes I may not. And like my doctor said, you just don't know. I don't know when it's going to happen, when it's going to occur, or when I'm going to be tired. And then I talked to him about walking and exercise. Yes, I can do that. But it's not going to change anything. It helps. It helps keep the blood, flowing. Keep my feet, stuff flowing. It helps. But right now it is what it is. Thank you, Tobin.
they just gave me my birthday card yesterday saying we appreciate what you do, and a Kroger gift card for $25. And I honestly felt like I was going to use whatever strength I had left to get back into my car and drive up there and say, you know what, why don't you get to somebody else?
No, just keep it. No.
That's how I didn't. I'm not going to do it. I don't think I would ever do that. But that's how I felt.
Because thing is, at least you got that. At least you got that. They'll be doing something for our anniversary. And like I was telling, Carrie and Pat. So they sent out the invitation. They contacted me day before yesterday. They want us to write out something about my 30 years at Delta. I'm not going to sit there and write out something and lie about it. I'm spending for the first 12 years every year because I said what I said and I meant what I said. Never for attendance, never for my point of view, which changed a whole lot of things at Delta. Like Tammy would tell me my story is inspirational. But they could look at it, well, why are you telling this, saying this? You got people that just been here a year or so, but it was let them know, don't be afraid to open your mouth and talk. If you cross your eyes and you cross your teeth and got your eyes, you too could be suspended but be back in 24 hours. The company is not always running. I couldn't, so that's what I would have to write about myself. But no, that was like, I'm talking to Brenda, and I'm like, I can't sit here and say, well, this is a beautiful company, and I did this, and my daughter, she's a Delta baby, I can, yeah. My child, my kids, Delta kids. Like Timmy, she told the truth about her. She told the truth. When she went out, how long she been gone. Yeah. She told the truth.
Mommy, I don't want to talk about somebody else's business on this channel. I don't want to.
Okay, but I'm giving you.
No, but I don't know if you know. I'm live. I'm live.
Oh, but then that's what happened with me. I just said I can't do it. So I said my birthday is on. My birthday is on the 15th. My anniversary is on the 16th. I will not be attending because I can't be fake. 800 feet. The destination will be on the left.